Hi, good morning, everyone, and a very lovely morning to the fellow Toastmaster and the guest. Welcome to yet another fantastic today's Toastmaster meeting. My name is Deepak Kumar, and I'm your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Please take a moment to silence your mobile device and any other electronic device to ensure we have a distraction-free environment with the beautiful theme of Think Straight with our favorite TMOD, Toastmaster Deepti. Let's begin the meeting. But before we begin, I would like to remind you the ground rule of the meeting. The first, we will not talk about the sex, religion, or politics. Second, please be respectful and supportive of all the speakers. Third, keep your comments and evaluation constructive. Fourth, last but not the least, adhere to the time limits for each segment. So now let's get started, and I further hand over the virtual podium to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mohit. Back to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Deepak for setting the tone of the meeting. Thank you, Deepak. I would like to start with a quick question for everyone. What do you think is our biggest asset? Biggest asset we have? You can either speak or put it on
Health,
the chat box.
our health is the biggest asset, right?
Health. Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Time.
Seema.
And family.
The biggest asset is our smile. The smile is the
Mind.
shortest distance between two people. So keep smiling.
Smile. Okay. Smile. Okay. Yes. Vivek thinks it's mind. Okay.
I feel that our learning and skills are our biggest assets.
Learning and skills. Okay. Relationships and connect. Okay. What else? Hemant, what do you think?
Actually, I just missed the question. I got disconnected for a moment.
No worries. The question is, what is our biggest asset?
The biggest assets, I also agree. It is the relationship and the people around us who support us in the times when needed.
Okay, great. Fantastic. So all of those are right answers. Absolutely. But I personally think that none of it matters if our mindset is not right. Right? So today we will be hearing more about how to keep our mindset right and how to think straight when our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Deepti, comes on stage. Hello, friends. My name is Mohit Sawhney. I'm your presiding officer for the day. I see that we have a few guests today, so I would like to call them on the stage and ask them to share what brings them here today. We'll start with you, Sanjeev. What brings you here in the meeting today?
Yeah, hi, good morning, all. My name is Sanjeev, and I'm currently based at Gurgaon. And yeah, I have around 20 years of experience in food industry. So my main reason to join this as a sort of improving my communication, learning skills, and understand from the team about the storytelling and how to further improve myself, because I'm always believe in sort of growth mindset and always eager to learn more from from all of you. So that's my main motto, to understand from yourself and how to improve myself and contribute towards the overall. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, Sanjeev. You are in the right place because this is the place where we create a mutually supportive and collaborative learning environment where everybody feels comfortable to share their journeys and improve their communication and leadership skills. Seema, would you like to share what brings you here?
Good morning,
A very
everyone.
good morning
Yes,
to-
I just saw this link in the
Acha,
happening
another
now.
Seema, sorry. I'm sorry.
Indeed,
I-
correct.
I
Yeah,
just
Seema,
saw
but,
this,
yeah.
and Seema Badaya. I'm Seema Badaya from Jaipur, and I'm a Toastmaster. I'm a VPM of All Women and Entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club and VPA of Speech US Toastmasters Club. And the topics just intrigued me, and I thought, why not? I mean, just think about the mindset. Yes, growth mindset, winning mindset. So let's just talk about mindset, which is really important to have, and to have, as you said, the biggest asset. You could say that. So one of the biggest assets, because I personally believe when you smile, you just radiate positivity in yourselves and others, and that encourages you have to have a great mindset. I think so. That leads to you to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you for sharing, Seema. I'm glad to have you here. It's good to collaborate and have as many people from different geographies and different clubs so we can make the most of the time here. Thank you for joining in. I guess those are all the guests we have, but we have a very special person today who's joining us. She is our newest member. She's our 15th member, which makes us eligible for the President Distinguished Club category, which is the highest achievement that a club can have in the Toastmasters term. So, with a huge round of applause, I welcome Toastmaster Rashi for her first official meeting as a Toastmaster. Rashi, I would like to ask you in just one word, if you can answer, what was that one thing that got you to join us as a member?
Actually, I felt safe. And when I saw your message in the group that you're looking for a 15 member, I was in a dilemma. As I told you, that I wanted to join offline or online. But when I saw your message, then I was like, okay, let's go here.
Absolutely. Okay, we create a safe environment, and that's what was the biggest driver for Rashi. Welcome, Rashi, and wish you the best in your journey ahead. We are also actually super happy to give, as a token of our appreciation, a book called Elite Performer to you, and actually to Neetal as well, who sponsored your membership. Both of you will get a copy of the Elite Performer. And we are even more happy to share that the person who has authored that book is a member of our club, Toastmaster Raja Kumar.
Okay.
So read the book and wish you a best journey ahead in your career. Okay, now let's take the meeting forward. We have an excellent lineup today, but I would like to share a new word that I recently learned. It's called phygital. Phygital. It's a combination of two words, physical and digital. And we want to do the best of both the worlds by doing our best in meeting online and also making the best of the opportunities we get to meet in person physically, even though we are in different geographies. But there are several occasions which help us in making time and meeting in person as well. So there are a couple of events coming up. First one, if you are in Delhi NCR, you should join the event called Evaluate to Elevate. This is happening on 3rd May in Delhi. This is where you will learn and improve your feedback skills. The second event which is coming up is the biggest event of Toastmasters International annual year, which is called Oration. It's happening at Lee Meridian in Gurugram this time. And this is an event where you will see keynote speakers from all over the best from all over the world. And you will experience and witness the speeches of the champions in the form of the international speech contest and the table topics contest. There's a lot more that is planned between 16th and 18th May in Gurugram. So if you haven't already registered, please make some time and register for this event. There is Craig Valentine, who's world champion of public speaking, who will be one of the keynote speakers here. So I seriously request you to consider registering for this event. I have been part of many, almost 6 oration events till now, and it has been a true game changer for me personally. So I know we have to move on. There is a lot lined up today. So I would now like to invite on stage our Toastmaster of the day to take us forward for the theme that she has chosen for us, which is Think Straight. So please welcome Toastmaster Deepti on the stage. Toastmaster Deepti is a technical writer by profession. She works with Synopsys in Delhi. She's a mother of 2 and she's a passionate Toastmaster for over 2 years now. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you so much, Mohit. Thank you for giving me stage and letting me start deep dive into what we have for today. Let me begin by asking each one of you to take out a notepad and pen, or if you have your cell phones by your side or notepad, I want you to jot down the top 5 thoughts that are crossing your mind right now or in the past 2 minutes. So top 5 thoughts. I'll time you. I'll give you 30 seconds to do that.
I missed the question. Can you repeat it?
Sure. So jot down the top 5 thoughts that are on your mind in the last 10-15 minutes, that have been on your mind in the last 10-15 minutes. All right, time up. Everybody's jotted down the thoughts on paper, on their digital media. A thumbs up will be great. Write in the chat box, how does those thoughts make you feel? Do they make you feel stressed? Do they make you feel overwhelmed? Okay, Vivek says happy. Just jot down one word in the chat box which tells you, okay, come on, one word from everyone. Okay, Seema Badaya, Seema Gupta, Rashi, Umesh. Thank you, Ravinder. Thank you, Neetal. Thank you, Rashi. Deepak, I'm waiting for your one word. Right. Awesome. Thank you. Let us keep those thoughts and these words with us throughout the meeting, and let us see how we play them forward. If you ask me, at any given point in the time during the day, if I had to list down 5 thoughts that were on the top of my mind, the way I felt was overwhelmed, almost always stressed, until I chanced upon this book. It's called Think Straight, and it's by Darius Furrow. We picked up this book at the trade fair, and I enjoyed reading it. So today, I'm going to share the main themes that I identified from this book. It's divided into small digestible sized chapters. So that's where I decided to break it into main themes and share the learning that I've had with this book with all of you. Thank you, Rashi. We already have somebody who's read the book. Awesome. Great. So the first main theme that the author talks about in this book is that thinking is a skill. It is not a gift. Many a times we feel that somebody is a great analytical thinker, somebody is a good thinker, somebody is a reflective thinker. Well, they all have acquired that skill over time through daily practice, and so can you. How many of us here feel the need to improve themselves in their thinking abilities? They want to acquire skills which will help them break down things, be a little more analytical, think forward. How many of us feel that way? All right, thank you for being very honest. Right. A couple of others feel at times that we are overthinkers, especially women. We think too much, and that is where we need to take a step back. Well, we can all do that. I'll read out as with the themes also, key themes. I will also read out sections from the book, which actually made sense to me, and I hope they will make it to you too. When we talk about thinking as a skill, this book says clear thinking requires training. And we must view the mind as a muscle that requires regular training to keep strong. So the way we go to the gym, the way we take a bath every day to keep clean, to keep ourselves fit, we must train our mind to keep it strong. What are the different ways in which we can keep our mind strong? Well, there are certain simple ways. Start learning new things. That ways you're giving your brain a challenge every time, every other day. Yes, reading is another way because you're learning new things or you're refreshing what you have already learned. So go get into uncomfortable zones. Try unconventional things. Something that you've always feared, pick that up. Start small. Get into problem solving. There's an interesting line that they talk about problem solving. When they talk about problem solving, they say that there are questions which are unanswered everywhere. Try looking for answers. It also talks about being unconventional. So when we have to decide between two things or two scenarios or even two dresses that we want to wear, what's the most common way we use? Any method that you use when you have to decide between probably going for a vacation? How do you decide between two places?
Pros and cons.
Exactly. That's our favorite method to decide, to make a decision. Identifying pros and cons. And to our computer nerds, isn't it a binary method? Let's try and move away from a binary thinking method. This book says beautifully, it says, why does it always have to be this or that in life? Why can't it be this and that? When we say this, it means that how about looking at things with a perspective of, yes, we can do this, and something else. When you say yes, and you're creating an abundant mentality. And what if you say things like, yes, if. Yes, we can go to the market if we finish our homework. You're creating a possibility, a positive mindset. And when you say yes, and it could be something like, yes, let's go to the market and also go for a haircut. Abundant mentality. That is how we must learn how to train our minds. Let's exercise it, teach it new things, new ways. Let's be unconventional. We'll talk about the other two themes as we go forward. But first, let me explain to you the typical structure of a Toastmasters meeting. Any Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 sections. The first section is that of prepared speeches. We have 2 prepared speeches today. The second section is about table topics, where our table topic master today will give us random questions or random topics to speak on. Guests are also welcome to volunteer speaking in the table topic section. And the third section, which we consider very sacred to Toastmasters, is the evaluation section. Our general evaluator with her team will evaluate the entire meeting from start to end and give us our fair share of evaluation, what we did well and what we need to improve. Our general evaluator for today is Toastmaster Mehak. Before I invite Mehak, I see Seema Badaya's hand raised. Is there something that Seema wanted to say?
No, it was raised earlier.
Okay.
When you had asked a question, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seema. Okay, with that, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Mehak on the virtual podium to please introduce herself in her role as a general evaluator today.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to play the role of general evaluator. And as a general evaluator, it is my responsibility to tell you that in this segment, it would be broken down into 3 parts. The first one would be the prepared speech evaluation. The second one would be the evaluation by the CAT team. And the third part would be the evaluation for the overall meeting. However, I would not be executing this role solo. There is a team behind me, that is our CAT team. First, I would like to invite on stage our counter for the day, Toastmaster Deepak, to explain his role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. I am the highest scorer of our crutch words in past few meetings. And this is the beauty of Toastmaster meeting. Today I am here. So I'm not sure who decided this. It's like, let's make the watchman to the thief to overcome the theft. So today I'm here to count these crutch words to overcome these things in my speech as well. And today I'm playing role of accounter. As a accounter, I will be count or note the crutch words, the pause filler words, which used in any speech. During the meeting, I will be listen for those overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the filler words, filler sounds, including are. I'll also note when a speaker repeats a words or para, such as I, the means, you know, at the times. I will report these numbers of the times that each speaker used these expressions. I'll share my reports to the end of the session. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
Nahana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak, for explaining your role so well. Next, I would like to invite on stage our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Ravinder, to explain his role and share the word of the day with all of us.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Mehak. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take a note of any misuse of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, or any saying. And as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. And today the word of the day is resilient. Means to recover quickly from difficult situation or conditions. If we say, for an example, Indian Army showed remarkable resilience in dealing with the Kashmir Pahalgam case. And I'm introducing the idiom of the day is an elephant memory, which means a great memory. If I say our Toastmaster Mohit has an elephant memory and he has not forgotten to share the meeting crux every week. So I encourage all the speakers to use this word of the day and idiom of the day in your speeches. And at the end of the meeting, I will give the report of who use idiom of the day and word of the day and grammatical uses report while call upon at last of the in the last the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster. I will paste this word of the day and idiom of the day in the group chat so you can see there. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Mahek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravinder, for sharing your role as the grammarian. Now we have the role of the timer, but it would be an opportunity for anyone to pick up the role since the role has not been filled yet. So if anyone wishes to take the role of timer, you have the opportunity to take it now. Toastmaster Raja, would you like to take the role of timer? Okay, Toastmaster Mohit has raised his hand. Would you like to take the role of timer? All right. So let's invite Toastmaster Mohit on stage so that he can explain his role as the timer for the meeting today.
Thank you for that opportunity, Toastmaster Mehek. So friends, we can manufacture a clock in the factory, but can we manufacture time in the factory? We can't. So the next best thing we can do is to make the most best use of the time that we have available. And today, in my role as the timer, I will help you in doing that. I will record the timing that each one of us takes in our speeches. For the prepared speeches, typically the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. For today, we have an icebreaker as well, which will be timed as 4 to 6 minutes. We have a 30 seconds of grace on either sides for the prepared speeches. For the table topics, which are impromptu speeches, we have a total time limit of 1 to 2 minutes with a 30 seconds of grace on the upper side, which means that you must speak for a minimum of 1 minute. For the evaluations, we will have a time limit of 2 to 3 minutes with a 30 seconds of grace on either sides. I will be indicating the times by changing my background of the virtual screen. Let me demonstrate how that will happen. For example, for the prepared speeches, if it's an icebreaker, you can expect that my background will change to green color at the end of 4 minutes. This is how it will appear, and I will also spotlight myself when the speaker is speaking so that the speaker is well aware that the timing has reached 4 minutes for the prepared speech. At the end of 5 minutes, I will change it to yellow light, which will be indicated like that. And at the end of 6 minutes, I will show a red card, which will be indicated like that. Similar indications will happen at the specific time limits for the icebreakers, for the prepared speeches, for the table topics, as well as for the evaluations. I will come back with an overall report at the end of the meeting today. Thank you, and handing over the stage back to you, Toastmaster Mehek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for explaining your role so well as the timer. Now, as the general evaluator, it is my responsibility to assess the overall quality of the meeting today. From the structure to the flow and the engagement, I will be observing every aspect of the meeting and share my report towards the end of the session. Until that, be mindful about the time Incorporate the word of the day as well as the idiom of the day in your speeches. Keep an ear out for your ahs and ums. All the best to all the speakers and the role players. Now, I would like to present the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you so much, Mehak, for setting the tone of the meeting, explaining your role, and giving us clear, actionable items to follow through the rest of the meeting. Let's move on to the second theme in this book, which is more about focusing on what we can control. How many of us believe that we can control our thoughts? Okay, Mohit believes so. Hemant believes so. Anybody else? Vivek as well. Rashi does so too. And how many of us believe the other way around? That thoughts are not in our control. Neetal, Deepak, Ravinder. All right. So contrary to the popular belief that we can go ahead and control our thoughts, we really cannot. It is true that thoughts keep coming in our mind. We cannot really stop them. But what we can do is identify or filter the thoughts that we can control. What do exercises like meditation, yoga, mindfulness talk about? They talk about identifying a time when you can sit and be aware of your thoughts and probably focus only on that one thought that you want to focus on. Have you ever realized that why do people who regularly go to the gym or do yoga find those as mindful practices or meditation as mindful practices? Because that, yes, Megha.
You are on mute, Megha.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
You are on mute, Megha.
No, she's unmuted, but somehow the audio isn't reaching us. Are you connected with your audio also? Okay, while Megha rejoins. Right, so what Darius says in the book is that, like all of you, I'm a person who has lived my entire life under the impression that I can't control my thoughts, right? I was happy one day, sad the next. I got angry easily. Okay? And I couldn't find solutions to simple challenges that I faced. But through experience and through what he's noted down as the practical applications in this book, he's found a way to get better at thinking the thoughts that he wants to think. Okay. So let us take a quick pause from the list that you wrote in the morning or a couple of minutes back. Do you think, just mock out or check the thoughts which were mostly of something either which is past or needs to be done or will happen in the future? Just mark those thoughts out. From that list of 5 thoughts, Okay, done. Mohit, is that green an indicator for me? Okay, okay, that. All right. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that when we note our thoughts, we must also look at the idea of whether the thoughts are of something that has happened in the past or if they are something for the future. The things that have happened in the past is what we really cannot alter. But how can we make use of those thoughts is by reflection. So when you're thinking about things that have happened in the past, use it for reflection, for learning. The ones that are planned for future, think about how your action today is going to influence or help you achieve the task in the future. The idea is not to worry, because worry leads nowhere, but action does. We'll talk about it a little more and get to know a couple of practical applications that the author suggested in this book, which maybe we can use in our day-to-day lives. And this we'll do after we are done with the prepared speeches section. So next up, let me invite our first speaker on the virtual podium. Our first speaker is Megha.
Yes. Am I
Yes.
audible perfectly?
Absolutely, beautifully.
Okay.
Right. So Megha's evaluator for today is going to be Hemant Singh Tanwar. Yes. I'd like to invite Hemant on the virtual podium to share the speech objectives for Megha's speech.
Morning, everyone. Today I'll be evaluating prepared speech of Miss Megha. It is a level 1 project 3 speech, and the purpose of the speech is using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. The title of the speech is Soda or Water, which is very interesting. So, soda or water, Miss Megha Rughani, the stage is yours.
All right. Let us do a quick check for you once again, Megha, and then I can call you. So please speak after me. I'm all set for the speech today.
I'm all set for the speech today.
Awesome. Megha, if you can move a little backwards because your head is slightly getting cut from the camera angle.
Okay. Now okay?
Yes, perfect. Soda or water? Megha Rughani, soda or water?
In Gujarat, it's blazing heat. It's summer, orange alert, 43 degrees Celsius of temperature. And to get some relief, we either pick from these two bottles, water or the soda.
No battery, please charge.
Doesn't we? But one day, my father advised me or told me a beautiful story that these two bottles either serve the similar purpose, but they do hold a powerful lesson. Curious to know? Hold on, we'll get back to it. Greetings, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster and esteemed guest. I'm Megha Rughani, and today we'll share a story that how this two bottle helped me crack the business deal. It was the 8th September 2024 at 5 p.m. I was all set for the great business meeting, and it was supposed to be very smooth. As I have prepared for the week for that proposal, every minute detail were carefully thought of. And even all the proposals were aligned to the business requirement. I felt that it was my day to prove my expertise. As I started presenting, one of the senior manager from the client side, Mr. Angad, leaned forward, crossed his arm, and stiff expression was looking at me. And out of nowhere, he slammed my idea by saying, "This wouldn't work. We have tried something similar last time and we failed miserably. I don't agree with your proposal." And my heart started beating faster. Dug, 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 dug. And I was like, what? You even heard me fully. You even heard whole proposal fully, and how you can criticize it? I was rushing through full frustration, and my mind was screaming loud, and I wanted to fight back. I wanted to defend myself, and I wanted to prove him wrong. And suddenly, I encountered this water bottle placed over my table and recall my father's advice, which he used to share. And then my heart whispered, "Megha, if you will react emotionally, you will lose this deal. Calm down, take a deep breath." I regained my control. I had been resilient, regaining my control, and with a firm and steady voice, I said, "Mr. Angad, I'm very sorry to learn that last time you failed, but can you please elaborate what went wrong?" His stiff posture softened, and he has been more thoughtful from defective mindset. And he started explaining everything. I listened him carefully, not to prove him wrong, but to understand him thoroughly. After he completed, I said that this makes a lot of sense, and how my proposal is different and targeting to the pain points that you faced last time. Let me show you how. As I proceed further, he was nodding in agreement. First, he entered while criticizing me and started nodding, "Yes, this will work." At the end of the proposal, they don't only just accepted it, but they have appreciated the way I approached it. And even at the end, Mr. Angad confirmed that I entered this meeting with a very negative mindset, that this is again another failed attempt. But the way you handled the condition was mindful, and even your proposal has changed my mind, that definitely I do have trust on you and faith that we will make it out. So life shakes us, triggers us, just like this. What if I open this bottle? Bloom, don't worry, I'm not going to open it. And what if I open this bottle? Nothing. Still, steady, and calm, composed. Every time life triggers us, but it is our reaction or responding. Reaction is almost like explosive, it's instant, it's emotional, just like this soda. But responding is more like thoughtful, it's more powerful, more controlled. So whenever next time life triggers you, take a deep breath and pause and think whether you want to be a soda or water. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Megha, for that inspiring speech. I got so involved in writing your feedback on the chat window that I forgot that I had this role to pick up again. All right, let's take a quick minute to write down our feedback, our thoughts or compliments for Megha in the chat box. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's move on to our second speaker. Our second speech for today is an icebreaker. Our newest Toastmaster Rashi, is going to deliver her icebreaker. The evaluator for Rashi's speech is Vivek, Toastmaster Vivek. We'll like to invite Toastmaster Vivek on the virtual podium to share the objectives for Rashi's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Rashi, welcome to the club.
I believe we are losing Vivek voice, or it's with me.
No. Now I'm doubting. I hope it's not Zoom which is playing up.
Yeah, I think it's some network issues there or something. I'm not sure. Vivek, we are not able to hear you. I think some network issue or some mic issues there.
There is some lag in video as well.
Yeah. No, we cannot hear.
How is it now?
Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah. I think some bandwidth issues there.
Okay, so let us show some resilience now. So come back. So thanks, Toastmaster Deepti, Toastmaster of the day, for giving me the opportunity to evaluate Toastmaster Rashi, who is delivering her maiden speech, which we call in Toastmaster parlance, icebreaker speech. So I congratulate you, Toastmaster Rashi, to starting your Toastmaster journey. It's a big step. Icebreaker speech. Title of her speech is New Girl in the Town. And once she finishes her speech, please give her standing ovation. Duration of her speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Timer, please note. All the best, Rashi.
Thank you, Vivek. Hi, hi, Rashi. Please unmute so that we can do a quick audio video check.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek and Toastmaster Deepti.
All right. So, Rashi, as a protocol, I will speak the name, the topic, and the name, and then you can start speaking. Before I do that, yeah, do you want to set your camera angle so that you look?
Yeah. Give me a minute.
Sure. Yes, please unmute. Yeah, you're on mute, Rashi. You might want to unmute.
Yeah.
That's okay. Do you, if it's a laptop, you might want to keep a couple of books that are around.
Yeah, I did that only. If
Okay.
you some more height. That's perfect.
Right. Vivek, is that okay with you? Because since you're the evaluator, I need to take your
Yeah, it's
confirmation
fine.
on that. Okay.
It's okay. Let her be comfortable since it
Yes.
is a first speech.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
All right. A new girl in town, Rashi Jain. Rashi Jain, a new girl in town.
Okay. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I want to express my gratitude to Toastmaster Mohit for giving me this opportunity to present my very first icebreaker speech. I want to start with a proverb popularized by William Hickson that has always been my life mantra through all the up and downs I've faced till now. Try again. At last, you will succeed. It truly embodies my journey. 3 years back, again, on the same day as today, April 27, 2022, I arrived Mumbai for the very first time. My brother came to pick me up from the station. We took a cab to our new home. Even it wasn't technically ours, it felt like home simply because my family was there. This phase of my life seemed to move as slowly as an hour hand on a clock. For past 3 years, I had been attempting to pass the civil services exam, but had faced two failure. That evening, I ventured out for my first drive on the roads of Mumbai. The cold sea breeze swept across my face, and in that moment, all my chaotic thought dissipated. The unfamiliarity of Mumbai transformed into a refreshing experience for my worried soul. Mumbai, famously known as the city of dreams, was never a place I dreamed of living. I always wanted to stay away from metro cities due to various assumptions about them. However, life has a way turning things around. I got to experience the best and most affordable local transportation, and anything I desired could be delivered to my doorstep in about 10 minutes. I found the people to be incredibly helpful, and for the first time, I felt safe walking around at 10 p.m. at night. I felt it was very liberating for me as a girl from a city. Unfortunately, I faced another failure in my civil services attempt, falling short of the cutoff once again. However, as my mantra suggests, I decided to try again. I joined the library to focus on my next attempt. While there, I overheard students speaking in their regional dialects. Having been born in Mumbai, in Chhattisgarh, where Chhattisgarh is often spoken among the lower strata, I found the diversity of languages embraced beautifully in Mumbai. Fast forward to my next attempt. This time I felt I had given my all. When I left the exam room, I was proud of my effort. Even though I realized I probably wouldn't make the cut. It was then that I took a difficult but necessary step back. Once you're caught in that vicious cycle of continuous attempts, it becomes second nature. However, from the journey, I learned that letting go of something doesn't mean you're giving up. It's important to remember your ultimate goal and that you can continue to move towards it through a different path. I reminded myself that the goal is to create an impact in others' lives and to solve problems. So here I am, stepping into a new lane as I learn how to run a business and create an impact by solving problems. Because, as the saying goes, try again, at last you will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rashi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, your maiden attempt in the first meeting when you join also shows your determination, your forward thinking, your clarity, and a lot other things. We're so happy to hear you today.
Thank
Let
you.
us all, always welcome. Let us quickly take a minute to share our compliments with Rashi. And thank you, everybody, for standing up and giving an ovation, standing ovation. Thank you, everybody. Let's move on with the theme for today and come to the last theme that I gathered from the book. Well, the last theme is more about the practical ideas that the author shares, which will help us improve our thought process, maybe help us think clearly. First off, the author says that let's try and learn to filter our thoughts. So what happens is when we think thoughts, we end up creating shortcuts. Shortcuts are strategies that we use to derive or reach a decision, okay, based on either past experiences or something that has happened with us or which we've seen or witnessed before. And how we do take these shortcuts is by methods of trial and error, social proof. Okay, we look for validation. Social proof means when we look for validation. Okay, we've seen it happening with somebody somewhere, and we feel that if we make a decision A, that'll work. Okay, or familiarity, comfort zones. We've done this in the past. We're going to do it again today, and we'll succeed. So while such shortcuts might be good when we want to achieve some bit of certainty, but this is not helping our mind really grow. This is not great when we actually want to have some breakthrough thinking, or if we want to change the outcome. So when you actually want to change the outcome, okay, you need to understand or you need to probably take a couple of different actions. What you need to do is things like draw your thoughts. We've seen Toastmaster Mohit doodle the meeting notes. What that gives him is clarity in what he's hearing, what he's comprehending. Drawing your thoughts also helps you visualize your ideas. And drawing need not necessarily mean drawing a cartoon. It could even mean emphasizing a word, writing it in a different pattern. So if you use a running hand for writing down your thoughts, maybe you want to capitalize a couple of words. Maybe you want a different color pen to underline it. Use highlighters. That is how you start visualizing or drawing your thoughts. Maybe draw a graph of where you are to where you want to be. What are the roadblocks that you see? That graph will help you think through the problems that you might face. So draw your thoughts is the second strategy that the book suggests. The third is of being self-aware, which is what all great successful people have been doing. They journal every single day. If you don't know what to write or journal, just write your life story. For all you know, that one paragraph that you write about your life story might make you reflect on what went well, what could be done better or differently in the time to come. You can answer questions, simple questions like, what are you good at? What are your strengths? What do you need to improve in? What are you passionate about? What do you dislike? Things like these or simple questions like these will help you identify your own DNA. You'll be more self-aware. The fourth strategy or practical application of clearing your thoughts that the author suggests is that be mindful of your first reactions. Your first reactions might not be the most honest ones. I used to believe for a long time that when I speak something in table topics, it is then that my most honest answers come out. That might not be true because what you speak as a first reaction might just be outdated because it is either an answer you came up with long ago or something that you've started using now or a reaction to what had happened long ago. It's more an impulsive response to what your question is. And for all of you who think you're not great at table topics, maybe there's good news because that means that you're probably not one of those impulsive speakers. You like to think through. There are a few more strategies that we'll speak about on the other side of the table topics section. So for table topics, I'd like to invite our table topic master, Toastmaster Neetal, on the virtual podium to carry through the meeting.
Thank you,
Over to you.
Toastmaster Deepti, for making us think how to think straight. And definitely, I would love to apply the strategies you have been discussing. So as everyone are aware of the table topics, it's an impromptu speaking where the Toastmaster would be given a word or a sentence or a topic that you will be speaking from 1 minute to 2 minutes. So the timer will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. And I would like everyone to participate on this with a raise of hands. So I would like to see who want to go first. Yeah, I see Toastmaster Seema Gupta raising her hand. You can raise a virtual hand as well if I don't see the back. So Toastmaster Seema Gupta, your topic will be. I'll continue with the theme of the day. So you might hear more on the same philosophical thought and strategic thoughts what Toastmaster Deepti is speaking. So Toastmaster Seema, prioritize peace over being right. Prioritize peace over being right. Toastmaster Seema.
Giving me this topic, prioritize peace over the work. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe that in life, peace of mind matters the most. Often in the race to be the better than others, we forget the values, we forget the ethics, we forget the code of conduct that we have within us. How many of you, when it comes to your workplace or personal life, being able to be true to yourself? Ponder on. Think about. Let me give you an example. I have been a personality development mentor for long 8 years. And it was in the year of 2022 to 23. I was assigned in Venkateshwar International School. The last year of my journey was quite challenging, not in terms of school dynamics, but in terms of my team, because we were competing against each other. All of were in the race to be better than each other. Trust you me, what happened? Comparisons. My kids are better, your kids are lower, whatsoever. Things happened. However, as I believe that when you do the right, you feel right, and universe helps you out. And I feel all kids are my kids. And on that day, when on the stage, gazillions of errors happened, because being the trainer, you know everything. Audience might not realize, but the person who is at the back knows everything. When the other mentor students did the error, who has been quite competing, jealous, envy, which are again normal feelings a person has. Her kids only made mistake. I'm sorry, our kids made mistake. So they, by mistake, did blunders, but down the line, I feel universe favors the one whosoever is right. So at that moment of time, management knew the errors, we knew the errors, but things went smoothly. So all in all, I'll be back. Thank you so much. Over to you.
That was wonderful.
Urgency.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Just a quick feedback. Yeah, it was wonderful remembering something with the topic and able to deliver it on spot with such a beautiful storyline. Kudos to Seema. So I see Toastmaster Bob. The topic for you is Toastmaster Bob. Let silence teach you wisdom. Let silence teach you wisdom. Toastmaster Bob.
Thank you, Neetal. Can you repeat that once more?
Let silence teach you wisdom.
Let silence teach you wisdom. We normally have a tendency of reacting. If somebody tells us or says something to us, we immediately have an answer, we react to it quite quickly, especially if you are in a confrontational situation. So if you're having a verbal fight with somebody, especially between husband and wife. So if you are having a confrontational situation there, we have a tendency to react to it by immediately saying something that we regret. So one of the ways that we can actually practice that we do not actually react, we do not make matters worse, is to practice silence. There's a saying that, sleeping on a problem. So whenever you are faced with a situation or a problem or something that you want to
I think we lost Toastmaster Bob. We got disconnected.
back. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. So there's a saying about, sleeping on a problem. So when you have a problem or if you have something to think about, the suggestion that most people will give you to sleep on it. Basically, meaning that you actually reflect on it during your sleep. During your sleep, what is happening is you are silent, you're not thinking about anything. So your mind is blank. So that blank mind, you can come up with solutions to a problem much better than when you have a lot of things going in your head. So having that calming yourself and bringing yourself to that situation where you are silent internally and externally helps your brain to react to things, think of things through in a much creative way. So that is why also a lot of the one of the arts that's encouraged and practiced is meditation. So meditation is mostly about being silent and reflecting. So it's about bringing your mind to a standstill and reflecting on a problem. So to sum up, yes, Neetal. So peace brings wisdom. Thank you. Back to you, Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. Yes, we do need to practice silence, and meditation would definitely help us in pursuing that path. Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. So, Toastmaster Shravan Kumar, your topic is Toastmaster Shravan, appreciate the little things. Appreciate the little things, Toastmaster Shravan.
Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, appreciate little things. I believe the meaning of toasting itself is like an appreciating the little things. If we observe all Toastmasters meetings, most of the part of the meeting is appreciating others. Whatever little good or value addition they do to the meeting, everybody starts appreciating. It's a positive energy that is pumping into the mind to encourage, do the more positive work. One leadership lesson I've learned from my manager in my first company is he always encourage good things which I do, even if it is a small, very little effort I put or very little work I do that add value to the company. He used to praise a lot. And whenever I do mistake, he don't shout at me or he don't show any negative emotion. He just keep quiet. Indirectly, it has given me a message that any appreciation, if you want to bring out the best from other person, whatever little effort they put, appreciate it. And then it is just like moving a person's thought towards the positive side. You discourage bad things by being quiet and encourage good things to move that person towards the positive side. In that way, I learned a leadership lesson in my very first job. Appreciate whatever little effort anybody in your life. It could be any person who is a helper in your home helping you. Appreciate whatever small work they made you for your progress. That's my take on this. Over to you, Toastmaster Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shravan Kumar. Yes, so I do observe this. In organization, I work with different countries, people. So I see Indians are little miser in appreciation rather than the Australians or the Americans. So we need to learn the art of appreciation. Thank you for your points on the topic. So Toastmaster Hemant, topic for you. Inner mastery, Toastmaster Hemant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal, for giving me this topic. Inner mastery. I believe it is quite a complicated topic for a simple man like me. So basically, I'm a simple person, and same on the outside as well as inside. So the inner mastery is basically I believe that whenever you basically deal with the within the organization or with a group of people, in order to get your plans basically implemented, you have to present them a basic idea, and in order to make them understand, you have to have a clarity within yourself that whether you are going in the right direction or not. Every complicated task have certain clusters of activities or things to be implemented. When you are clear about the final goal of what you want to achieve, then only you'll be able to basically connect the different dots of the entire picture and get the things right and lead the people to move in the right direction, get your goals completed within the timelines. So that's why we say you have to have that inner clarity or the bigger picture in mind if you want to get things done by your team within time as per the requirements of the organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hemant. So you have an inner mastery to break down the complex task into digestible and achievable goals.
Yeah,
So,
I
kudos
just
to you.
realized it.
So Toastmaster Vivek.
Am I
So
audible?
yes, so there was a word that Toastmaster Mohit gave in the beginning. So in the similar line of it, a world without technology. Toastmaster Vivek, a world without technology.
A world without technology. I have seen or I have experienced early 2000 when Y2K was happening. There were a lot of naysayers. No, our old style of working is good. We don't need anything. Today, after 25 years, I look back and see how the world has changed. Nothing moves without technology. Nothing moves without digitalization. And this word, digital, physical plus digital, both have to play a role. Like I was thinking about my fingers. The moment he said digital, I was thinking about fingers, the role of fingers in our life. And it is so important because these 5, 10 fingerprints, they are directly connected to our mind. In Maharashtra, there are a lot of surnames which end with Kar. You might have noticed. K-A-R. Kar means doing work, believing in action. A lot of surnames, they put Kar. And this Kar comes from your fingers because fingers have to do something. So my learning is digital means make use of fingers as well as digital, then you will do wonders. You don't have to worry about AI or anything. You will be the master of technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. Yes, I do remember when 2000 was landing and there was so much of chaos with that computer need change and all. And now we cannot imagine our life without technology. Thanks for sharing your points on it. So Toastmaster guest friends. So we have a guest today. So I guess you have joined a little late. A quick intro about you, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Well, I am Prince Orma. I work as a professional video editor and videographer. I have like around 5 years of experience in this field, and I just I got your link from somewhere, and so I joined here. Yeah, and I'm enjoying this meeting.
And you're from Gurgaon.
Yeah,
Okay,
nearby
thanks.
Gurgaon. I'm living in Chhatarpur.
Okay, nice. Thanks for sharing about you. The topic for you would be seek progress, not perfection. Seek progress, not perfection.
Okay. So keep progress, not perfection. I
Seek,
think quick progress, not perfection,
seek.
right? Seek
SEEK.
progress, seek progress, not perfection. I think most of the people uh, fail in life, or maybe they don't do something they can do just because they want to do it perfect. And according to me, perfection is a myth, because nothing is perfect in this world. Like everyone starts with the flaws, and day by day, if we work on that thing regularly, consistently, by that only we can't be perfect, but yeah, we can be better in that field or in that particular thing, whatever we want to do. And sometimes I feel like I have faced this so much earlier in my days, in my professional life. So what used to happen, that when I started making videos, I used to make video, but I was frustrated because I used to make video, then I used to think that no, this is not perfect, so I'm not gonna publish it. And that made me like that keep disappointing me a lot. But now I feel like if I have done something, if even I have given my 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or half an hour, even if I feel like it's not perfect, I should publish it. I should show to the world, so that they will tell me what changes I can do in my project, so that I can make it better. And also that sometimes we don't start working on anything, because we feel like it should be perfect, and what people will think, and the like what people will judge about my any work whatever we do. So I think there is no perfect thing in the world, and if we will keep thinking about perfectionism, we are not gonna grow. It will actually stop us by growing. So we should not seek perfection. We should seek progress. Thank you so much. Over to the tabletop story.
Thank you, Prince. And unbelievably, was this your first table topic?
Yeah, I think it's my first table topic.
So that's unimaginable, and you did a very great pointers
Thank
ahead and very good articulation.
Thank you.
So I see Toastmaster Rashi raising her hand, and because she was talking about Mumbai, I'll give her a topic on Mumbai. Monsoon magic in Mumbai, Toastmaster Rashi. Monsoon magic in Mumbai, Toastmaster Rashi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal. Okay, so this topic brings me back the memories. I first experienced monsoon in Mumbai, and I can't even imagine because here what happens in monsoon is you can't predict rains, and whenever our meteorological department says that it gonna rain, or they mention orange alert or something, uh, it actually happens that it doesn't rain. And then when you go out, and at the other day when they are saying that it's not gonna rain, it rains. So the beauty of Mumbai rainfalls are like, when you're stepping outside in monsoon time, you should always keep an umbrella with yourself. And even it once happened that I was waiting for a bus in the bus stop, and there was a guy without an umbrella. He just walked into my umbrella. I thought, okay, I will give him some shelter, and I'll try make sure that he also don't get drenched. But the guy forgets that it's my umbrella and he literally pushed towards him, and I got drenched. I was like, what is this? Then okay, I thought it's okay. That's how Mumbai rains, and that's how this memory came back to me when Toastmaster Neetu gave this topic. Thanks for that, And I think everybody have enjoyed this little memory of mine.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashi, for sharing it. And yes, so I was in Mumbai last year in July with her, and yeah, we faced the same. We went to a beach, and then the police kicked us out in 2
Yeah.
minutes. It was not raining either. So we have 2 more guests. I would like to call upon them. So Toastmaster Satish. Sorry. We have him here. Toastmaster Satish, you would like to go? Okay, not unmuting. So we have one more as I see Toastmaster. We don't have any other guests.
We have
right?
Sanjeev.
Okay,
Neetal.
Sanjeev, Toastmaster Sanjeev. Soon to be Toastmaster Sanjeev. I can say that.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, so topic for you would be
Yeah.
live without regret. Toastmaster Sanjeev, live without regret.
Yeah, so thank you for giving me this topic. So I think the most important part of our life is something having a sort of gratitude. So we should be always having, like, for all the small things, whatever happen in our life. So we should have the gratitude for each and everything what God has given to us, and then whatever we have achieved in our life till now, or every day, whatever the good thing what we are doing. So I think that's something which is very, very important for us. So instead of having sort of anxiety and um, having the anxiety or otherwise the grief, etc. So I think we should enjoy the gratitude and live each and every moment that this is something given by the God, and we try to improve ourselves, our day-to-day activity as such. Apart from that, I can give an example where I just left my job and then I was trying to do the MBA as such. So initially I was having some sort of anxiety and some sort of grief that, okay, I've left my good earning job, and then currently I am facing some sort of issues in terms of my monetary issue as such. But considering that God has given me this priority of learning and growing myself for next of my 20 years. So I think that's something very, very important, to have this growth mindset, and having a sort of journaling as well, that you write down what are the good things happening with you, and try to imbibe these, and also try to like communicate and try to learn, and also try to give these learnings to the others, so that the others can also benefit from your learnings as we are doing here. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Sanjeev, for sharing your thoughts. And yes, living a life without regret, we need to strategize the thoughts over journaling, as Toastmaster Deepti was also mentioning about it.
Thank you.
So we'll go with one last topic. I don't see any raise of hands. So anyone want to pick it up? Okay, I see Toastmaster Mohit. So Toastmaster Mohit.
Somebody will have to time me, Neetal.
Yes. Okay.
I'll do that.
Is that? Yeah, sure. So Toastmaster Mohit, the most unexpected lesson learned. Toastmaster Mohit, the most unexpected lesson learned.
The most unexpected lesson I learned. This takes me back to a time when I was in the hospital. Not that I was admitted myself, but my dad was admitted to the hospital and he was in the ICU. He was, I had just got the news that in order to save my dad, I'll have to arrange for 5 units of blood the same very day in the next few hours. It was a Monday, and obviously the beginning of the week for everyone. And I was just holding my head and I was thinking, how will I arrange for 5 units of blood in the next few hours? Who is going to come and help me in this time? because if you know how the arranging of the blood works is that somebody has to actually donate the blood to the blood bank of the hospital in order for hospital to then give the blood to the patient. So I was holding my head in my hand. I was just thinking that this is the end of the world and this is it. Uh, Absolutely nothing can be done now. When I realized that there was a shoulder on my hand, and that shoulder on my hand was my uncle's, and he said that you got to get started, right? Even though no matter how difficult it looks to arrange so much in so little time, but you have to begin. You will not reach anywhere by not taking any action. The other thing that I recently heard was that an imperfect action is any day better than a perfect inaction. So I took the action that day. I used whatever resources I had, my WhatsApp status group, my Facebook update, some of the phone calls. And before I knew it, people started calling back and saying that where is the address where we need to reach? We are on the way. A lot of them coincidentally happened to be Toastmasters. There was a point where we reached that the hospital said, we have enough people now, don't call any more people. I was able to save my dad that day because of the action that I took, because of the message that I got to take action no matter how small it is. And I also learned this big lesson, which I'm sharing with all of you. Thank you. And back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. I guess it's no words to describe it. So I'll hand over to Toastmaster Deepti for taking forward the session.
Thank you so much, Nepal, for a very intriguing, insightful table topic section where all of us reflected on our own journeys while we were hearing our table topic speakers speak. Thank you. We're coming back to the last two strategies, which will be a little practical for us and help us think straight or find our way through chaos. The strategy is about avoiding making decisions based on beliefs, the obvious logic, or even science. Yes, I say even science, because at the end of the day, the data that science provides is also an interpretation of somebody. That somebody might be scientist, he might be the best judge in that context, but definitely it is their own interpretation. So stay with a neutral perspective is what the author recommends, and lead yourself to make an informed decision. So there's nothing like a best decision. There's either a good informed decision or a bad informed decision. So we must strive towards making a better informed decision. And the last is to train yourself to unwind. So just the way a writer faces his block, we encounter blocks in terms of learning, reading, growing, grooming, and then it feels as if we've reached a wall. So you will need to take a break to break that wall. Unwind. Get into a time or get into a space where you do not necessarily want to think about anything. You might just want to take a trip, vacation, spend time with family, watch a movie, do something which is not letting you think through your thoughts. Empty your cup. Do a brain dump. Write down your worry list, tear it apart. That is what will help you release what's on your mind and unwind. With that, I conclude the three main themes that I took out from this book called Think Straight. The three themes were, number one, thinking is a skill. It's not a gift. You can acquire it. You can acquire it through daily practices like mindfulness, like meditation, like reflecting, journaling. Reflect on your past so that you can act in the present to grow your future. Work towards being unconventional. Acquire skills like that. Okay. The second theme was controlling your thoughts. Segregate them into useful or useless thoughts. Useless thoughts are thoughts of worry, and worry leads us nowhere, but action does, just like Toastmaster Mohit said. And the third theme is practical approach or application about some certain ways in which we covered ways like being aware, journaling. We also spoke about finding unconventional ways like avoiding binary thinking, having this and that. Okay. And being aware of ourselves, try and draw your thoughts. Okay. And then, of course, unwind your cup. So with that, I conclude the theme for today. I'll follow it up with a write-up so that I can also put down clearly the learnings that I had from the book, Lead from Chaos to Clarity, and then which will help me ultimately think straight. I'd like to now call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Mehak, on the virtual podium for the evaluation section. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for sharing such beautiful thoughts on the theme Thinking Straight. I truly enjoyed the meeting today, learning about new things and how we can improve upon our thinking approach. Before moving on, and I would share the overall report, we will first have the prepared speech evaluation. So for this, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Hemant to provide us with the speech evaluation for our first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Meg.
Hello everyone. I am evaluating speech of Miss Megha today. The title was Soda or Water. It was a level 1 project 3 speech. Starting from the content of the speech, it was very interesting. It made me think what will be she speaking during the speech. So it was very interesting, catchy. There was very much clarity in her voice. The way she was speaking, it was clearly understandable. The purpose of the speech was body language, gestures, non-verbal communication. So she was very good in the gestures. She was basically properly using her body language to convey the message. And she was very comfortable during the entire speech, except for the later stage where I can see a little uncomfortableness in the speech, but that basically because during these long speeches you basically tend to forget some of the lines, and you basically try to recall them, and that's why what basically shows as some uncomfortableness, which is very, very normal. But that is what I would like you to challenge yourself to go more for such long speeches, and that's how you will be making them better again and again. Then your content was very well articulated, and regarding the vocal variety, there was vocal variety, but yes, there is some room of improvement in that. So that is one thing which I would like you to work upon. But I will say that the vocal variety was there, but it can be improved a little bit. Overall, the speech delivery was very good, and you were able to basically convey a very strong message in a very interesting manner. So all in all, the total impression of the speech was there. It was a very, very good impression which you made out of that speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hemant, for providing your evaluation for Toastmaster Megha's speech in CRC approach. Well, now we will have our second speech evaluation by Toastmaster Vivek, who will provide the evaluation for Toastmaster Rashi.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you. So good morning once again, fellow members and the guests. And thank you, Toastmaster Rashi, for sharing your icebreaker speech in such a fantastic way by storytelling. We know who you are really. I could see that you put a lot of thoughts and efforts into this icebreaker speech. I appreciate you taking first step, and your opening of this try again, at last you will succeed. You closed your speech with the same proverb, try again, at last you will succeed. And this is the main thing, key takeaway, which is registered in my mind as audience. We know you are getting better and better with every speech. I could see a lot of usage of good words, good proverbs throughout your speech. You could connect the dots of your experience in Mumbai, the day you landed, how you traversed, what were your experiences. You could tell through your stories. I could make out people who are contemplating to change their location for better opportunities from Delhi to Mumbai. I think they will get inspired by your story. I see a lot of divide between Mumbai and Delhi, that Mumbai people don't want to
I guess we lost Vivek connection.
look at the camera eye, and probably you could make use of some more vocal variety. And to conclude, so I'm thanking you again for taking the first step towards your Toastmaster journey. I'm hooked by this statement, try again, at last you will succeed. You also made one very good last remark, that letting go does not mean that you are giving up. That's a very important lesson. Purpose of life, also you explained that you are trying to help people solving their problems. So with that, I really enjoyed your speech. Very well done. You have met the purpose of the speech. Thank you and all the best. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek, for sharing your insights about Toastmaster Rashi's speech. Just the point that we lost you for maybe 20 seconds in between due to the network issue. So I hope you will provide the written evaluation for Toastmaster Rashi. Thank you. Now we will have the TAC evaluators doing the evaluation. So first, I would like to call on stage our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Ravinder, to share his report.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Mahek. Okay, today the word of the day was resilient, which is very well used by Megha, Mohit, and Vivek. Kudos to you. And the great words which we heard today, that is phygital, down the line, unconventional, abundant mentality, drawing the thoughts, brain dump, mindfulness, blazing heat, defective mind, and embody. These were the new words and the great. And there is two area of improvement with the pronunciation, which is one was the fantastic. It was fantastic, and it's not gesture, it's gesture. So these are the improvement while speaking. This all is about from my side, Mac. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravinder, for sharing the good usage and the not so good usage of the grammar, and also sharing the people who have used the word of the day as well as the idiom of the day with all of us. Now, let's have on stage our conquer for the day, Toastmaster Deepak, to share his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mac. And I have the sharing rights that I can share my report here. Okay, my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So it's pleasure to have here today and witness of another fantastic Toastmaster meeting. So the first speaker, Toastmaster Mega, and then Toastmaster Rasi. What a beautiful speech. I forgot myself as a accountant and I went into deep, but I realized myself and get back and try to, note it down the correct words, the correct sounds. So here I have not seen many correct sounds or correct words from the speakers, but still I'm trying to, capture some of the words, some of the correct sounds here with all the Toastmaster who speaks today. So here is the reports. I'll share these reports with the chat section as well for more clarity. One request to all the speakers for all future meetings, if we can avoid these crutch sounds and crutch words which I encountered today. So thanks. It's all about from my side, Toastmaster Mahek. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak, for presenting the visual report with all of us as the accountant for the meeting. I'm sure we are seeing this report and we will surely try to improve towards the next meeting. Now let's have on stage our timer for the day, Toastmaster Mohit, to share his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. I would also like to present my report visually. So you should be able to see it on the screen shortly. Mehak, can you confirm if the screen is visible now?
Not yet, it's black.
Okay, they say that whatever gets measured gets improved, and we are on our journey to measure the timings so that we can grow in our journey as a speaker by making the most of the time that we have. These are the timing report for all the speakers for today. For the prepared speakers, Megha and Rashi were well in time. For the table topics as well, there are no disqualifications, and you can see your individual timing presented on the shared screen. For the evaluators, both the evaluators were well within the time. The overall theme that I draw from today's timing report is that there was some extra time available to most of us, and we could make more use of the time that we have available. For example, prepared speeches is 5 to 7 minutes long, and we have about a minute and a half on our hand that we can best utilize. Similar is the case for the impromptu speeches as well as the evaluations. That's not to say that we should ramble and speak without any meaning, but that does say that there is some time that we can leverage even more if we consider that can be done. That's all. I will check my own timings from the person who was timing me. Back to you, the general evaluator, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for sharing this visual report as the timer. Now, it's my time to share my report as the general evaluator, and I will provide the overall review of the meeting today for such a beautiful meeting where of an insightful theme, Think Straight. The meeting commenced with Toastmaster Deepak being the Sergeant at arms who set the tone for the meeting with its energetic speech, delivered the mission statement of the Toastmasters, and ensured that everyone was aware about the ground rules of the meeting today. Moving on to Toastmaster Mohit, our presiding officer for the day, to welcome the guests, warmly greeted them so that they feel part of the Toastmasters family. He also shared a very innovative word with all of us that was physical, explaining the meaning of that word as well. Also shared the information about the upcoming events in Toastmasters. One is the elevate, and the second one being the oration. Coming to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Deepti, who truly brought the theme to the life with her session on Things Break from the book that she shared with all of us as well. She, from the start itself, she makes sure that the audience was involved in her session, as and when she made us write the thoughts filling up our minds towards the beginning of the meeting. This makes sure that every one of us is encouraged and engaged in the meeting with her. She gave us strategies also that would help us improve, become better thinkers. Some of the key or three kind of conclusions that she gave was that thinking is a skill, it's not a gift. So be and act in present, control your thoughts, and the practical approaches, for instance, journaling, mindfulness, meditation, how this can help for us to become better thinkers. Moving on to our table topics segment, table topic master, Toastmaster Neetal had very innovative and easy to go topics for all of us. She made sure that the guests were encouraged to take part in the table topics. More or less, the topics were were so good and was easy to understand and had so much content so that people can speak on those topics as and when. So the members were encouraged. They had their hands raised and they wanted to speak upon the topic. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Nathan, for choosing such bank of the topics. Then coming to the speech evaluators, I guess that both of the evaluators shared their report in the CRC approach, that is the commendation, recommendation, and commendation approach. They shared that what the speakers could improve upon and where they worked well during their speeches. I'm sure that the speakers would put the feedback that has been provided by the evaluators in their next speeches so that they can improve. Coming to the tag team, our timer, our counter, and grammarian. Timer Toastmaster Mohit was totally involved in the session. He made sure that the sessions flowed smoothly. Not only during he timed the speeches, the evaluation part, and the table topics, but he also made sure that when Toastmaster Deepti was saying that we need 30 seconds for this activity, he made sure he would time that segment as well. So kudos to you for that. Also shared a visual report with all of us so that we can visualize it and improve upon in our next meetings. Then coming to our counter for the day, Toastmaster Deepak. He also made sure and shared a visual report with all of us so that we can see how we can improve in the next meeting, because visual report usually appeals to the audience more as compared to a verbal report. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Deepak. And coming to our grammarian, Toastmaster Ravinder, he also shared a wonderful report, and the word of the day as well as the idiom of the day were equivalent to the theme that was being set for the meeting for all of us today, and people were encouraged to use the word of the day. So overall, a great meeting. I see that there were many people taking part in the meeting today, that the encouragement and the engagement in the meeting was on point. So as a result, as Toastmasters, let's continue to improve further with every meeting. A great session, and thank you for allowing me to play this role as the general evaluator. Now I would pass the stage back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mohit, to carry forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehek, for that amazing report. It is said that feedback is the breakfast of champions, and we've had our breakfast just now, which will help us continue our journey to improve and help all of us grow in the journey together. To take this forward, I have just posted on the group chat the link for the feedback and the best role player and speaker role. Request everyone to take 1 minute to submit your valuable vote. And meanwhile, I would request everybody to come on camera so that we can click a picture. Let's see all the beautiful faces. Yeah, Prince, Vivek, if you could also switch on the camera once. Ankan, you've joined the meeting after a while. Would like to hear a few words from you about how you felt about the meeting today. I'm yet to learn to read the lips speaking, so you might want to unmute.
So yeah, thanks, Mohit sir. So yeah, I joined after a while, not because of my own. I wasn't joining because not being stuck in my work or like some of the other issue will come up, and yeah, but I have always wanted to join, and I would like to share an incident because recently I gave an interview in one of the company, which involves lots of presentation doing. And the first question they asked me that you have all the clinical experience till now. How will you be able to like handle the crowd if we ask you to give presentation to a large crowd? So I replied that I am also a member of Toastmasters and I'm active member of it. And they all were convinced with that single reply and like didn't counter question me after that. So I mean, maybe I'll be joining that. I don't know because issue is stuck with HR in terms of salary compensation. So, but from that part of interview, it's cleared. So that's the thing. That's why I wanted to share it. So, yeah, it's always great to be here.
That's great, Ankan. Yeah, we wish you the best, no matter whether you join the company or not. But it's a testimonial to what we practice week after week here at Toastmasters. And just by saying that you are a Toastmaster conveys a lot to the person who you are meeting for the first time, is what this experience shows. So thank you. It means a lot. Thank you for sharing it. And for those of you who haven't yet joined Toastmasters or are still thinking about renewing your membership, we are open to adding more members at the moment. You can get in touch with our Vice President of Membership Toastmaster, Deepak, or myself or Mehek, and we will be very happy to take your journey ahead. Now, I would open it up. Rashi, you have experienced your first meeting. We can't let you go without you sharing your views about how you felt. Just a few words about your experience today.
It was good as always. Last time also I felt the same. That's why I could manage to join so quickly and even start participating. I know it was like impromptu only that I yesterday decided to give my icebreaker speech today, and I felt I could have done more better if I practiced it before. And when you said that people do it in advance a week, now I understood why they do that. And when I saw Megha's speech, I felt that she enjoyed her speech thoroughly, and even I want to do that.
Thank you for sharing, Rashi. Yeah, it's absolutely courageous to get on the stage in your very first meeting as a member and deliver your icebreaker. It's an example and an inspiration for many of us. Who have been here for maybe a few months now and still thinking whether they are ready to give their icebreaker or not. So you've set a great example. We are going to leverage this as an example, and it will be very truly inspiring for many of us. Best wishes for your journey ahead. And while we have you here, I would like to share with you and remind everyone of the Toastmasters promise. I'm sharing my screen so that everybody can take a look at the Toastmasters promise. I will be sharing this separately as well with you, Toastmaster Rashi. But I would like everybody to just confirm that you will adhere to this promise. This is what it says. As a Toastmasters International member and my club, I promise to attend meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluation, to help the club member maintain the positive, friendly environment which is necessary for everyone to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon, to treat my fellow members and guests with respect and courtesy, and to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits of Toastmasters, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, and to act within the Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. This is a promise that all of us make when we begin our journey. So, as you are making your journey today, this is important for you to remember, and we are all here to help and support you in your journey ahead. Now, we have the results for today's meeting in terms of the best role players and best speakers. So, without further ado, let me share that. Okay, I know we are waiting with bated breath there, and I'm still pulling the results out. So, Toastmaster Mehak, I will request you to take the stage for a few moments while I'm still consolidating the results.
All right. So if anyone wishes to share something about the meeting, how they felt today, someone joining after a long time, you have the opportunity now.
You can take feedback from the guest friends, I believe.
All right. Prince, would you like to say something about the meeting? I think you joined a little bit late, so if you have some feedback for us, how we can improve and how you got to know about the meeting today.
Yeah, actually, I heard about Toastmasters long ago, but I never joined any meeting. And today was my first meeting. And overall, I really enjoyed the meeting. Like Mehak, Mohit, and Nital, like you guys are great speakers. Like I have learned so much. The best thing is, what I always wanted to learn to be calm. Like I always used to be in hurry when I speak. So like I have learned so much thing in today's meeting as well, and I'm looking forward to join. I will be contacting one of you guys, and I will be like taking all the information, and I would like to join you guys. Yeah.
All right, that's great to hear, Prince. We hope to see you joining this club very soon.
Yeah.
Let's have Toastmaster Bob's feedback now. Toastmaster Bob, would you like to share something about the meeting today?
Hi, Mehak. As usual, a wonderful meeting. A lot of learnings. Enjoyed it. That's it. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for your feedback. I think we're done with the guests. Toastmaster Vivek, would you like to say something about the meeting?
This is my second meeting as a member, and what I see is a lot of innovation happening. Like today, TMOD role, it was very well played. The messages were very clear. There are key takeaways, including the speeches, prepared speeches. Not only prepared speeches, even the impromptu speeches. So anybody taking stage, anybody speaking on the stage, there is something to learn. And this is, I will say, this is the best utilization of time. 2 hours, how you can really invest and get the best return on 2 hours. Thank you and kudos to each of you. All the best.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek, for your kind feedback for all of us. And we're done with all the guests. Are we ready with the result?
Just one more moment, Mehak. I'm almost there.
Mehak, I wanted to ask you one thing since I have seen you being the TMOD, and I really appreciate the content you take out to speak for such a long time. So can you basically can you suggest some points how to basically be on the stage, and it is kind of impromptu, I think, and how you can be on the stage with such great content for such long period of time.
If you're asking like where I get all the content, I feel that reading helps a lot. If you read, and it could be anything. It's not just it has to be a book, like you are supposed to read a book to give out content. It could be newspaper as well. For instance, for the past few table topics, I had used newspaper only to get the stuff for what I shared and what was related to the content. It was impromptu, yes, and it was all from the newspaper. Nothing from Google or some sort of using some AI or something. But for content, I would suggest reading helps a lot. If you read, you can definitely bring the content. For instance, today Toastmaster Deepti, she read the book, so she was able to deliver such a fantastic speech from the book itself. So I think reading does play a role, and it will eventually help you to structure your speech or whatever you want to share in that way or in that segment as well. So reading is a must, if I say. Reading anything, it could be magazine, newspaper, books, for instance, self-help books or anything.
I think, Mehak, that could be a topic as well for one of the upcoming meetings, because I'm sure we all want to know more about how you do that so beautifully. And thanks for asking that question, Hemant. We have the results now. So without further ado, all the players today, all the speakers were amazing, but based on the audience poll, and there was a close, very tight sort of challenging match between the different role players today. So everybody did really well. That's why it took me so much time to come out with the winners, right? So the best speaker for today goes to Toastmaster Megha. Huge round of applause for Megha. For best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Vivek. Congratulations, Vivek. Best role player for the day goes to the person who's going to do another theme for us later in the sessions, Toastmaster Mehak, our general evaluator for the day. The best table topic speakers goes to Mohit Sahni. Thank you very much. And the best auxiliary role player goes to someone who had his birthday this week, Toastmaster Deepak Kumar, birthday boy. And as we are in the month of April, are there any other April birthday boys or girls here in the room? So we can do a quick greeting for their birthday. Anybody else on April borns? Oh, Rashi as well. When?
17th.
17th. And Deepak, when were you born? Which date?
25th.
25th. Okay. There is one more person who was born in April. His name is Shakespeare. 24th. If you don't know, he was born on the 24th. So wish you the best in your journeys. Happy birthday to both of you. And with that, like all good things, we come to the end of this amazing session today. We would like to check if there is anybody who would like to take the major roles for the next meeting. The Toastmaster of the day, General Evaluator, and speakers and evaluators. Any takers for those? Hemant, which role would you like to take up?
I will give my next speech.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Any takers for Toastmasters of the day? Ravinder, your eyes tell me that you want to take it up.
TMOD, I think next week I might join for some time so I can take the sergeant role.
With Sergeant at Arms?
Sergeant at Arms, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's great. And Ankan?
So, like I said, quite a lot is happening here, so let's get this one.
Okay. Any other takers for the Toastmaster of the day role? It's the
I can do it.
Okay, that would be great, Vivek. Okay, we'll take the rest of the roles offline, and we will also use our AI to leverage and find out who can be the other role takers. I've noted the ones who've already volunteered. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of the weekend. Make the most of your time, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.